Open session. So I'll call the meeting to order if I could. And this is City Council in open session on Wednesday, April 1st. And is there any declarations of pecuniary interest? Seeing none, item 3 is the Committee of the Whole in camera session. And item 3.1 from the March 30th, 2020 session under the Municipal Act as amended, matters concerning the following were considered. Advice that is subject to solicitor-client privilege, including communications necessary, security of municipal property of the municipality or local board, and personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal employees or local board employees, labor relations or employee negotiations, and security of municipal property of the municipality or local board, and a position, plan, procedure, criteria, instruction to be applied to any negotiations carried on or to be carried on behalf of the municipality or local board. At the session, a matter concerning the following was not considered. A matter in respect of which council, board, committee, or any other body may hold a closed session under the Act. Any questions as to that? So, orders of the day today. Item 4.1 is resolution, gas tax letter of agreement, and the staff recommendation that council authorize the entering into a letter of agreement dated March 12, 2020, with Her Majesty the Queen in the right of the Province of Ontario, as represented by the Minister of Transportation, for the funding under the dedicated gas tax funds for public transportation program for the 2019-2020 program term. Could I have a mover? Councillor Vasilakos, and seconded by Councillor Clifford. Is there any discussion? Councillor Burback? Is there any discussion? All right. Councillor Gaffney?
If that's an item in our closed session or open session?
We are in open session. Item 4.1 of the regular agenda, resolution gas tax letter.
I'm sorry, Your Worship.
No problem. Is there anything further on this? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, if any? Seeing none opposed, I will declare that carried. Item 4.2 is a resolution for RFP 2019-08 source separated organic processing, and the staff recommendation is that Stormfisher Environmental Limited be awarded the processing of source separated organics at a cost of $100.01 per ton, including HST, and that the mayor and clerk or their representative delegates be authorized to sign the contract. Does anyone have any discussion on this? If not, could I have a mover, please? Councillor Henderson, and seconded by Councillor Ingram. Discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Any opposed? None opposed, and that motion carries. Item 4.3 is a resolution to award RFQ 20-10 for HVAC replacement at the normal school, and the staff recommendation is that Dave Davies Air Conditioning, Heating and Refrigeration to be awarded RFQ 20-10 for the replacement of the HVAC unit at the normal school at a cost of $44,070, including HST. Moved by Councillor Ritzman. Thank you, Councillor Ritzman. Moving seconder.
I'll second that. Happy.
Councillor Vasilakos will second that. Discussion. Councillor Clifford and then Councillor Gaffney.
Yeah, I was just over that. Is there any income, like the festival is closed, is whatever agreement we have, is it ongoing at the festival?
Our current lease agreement and its terms are still in effect.
Thank you.
Councillor Gaffney.
I did not see a breakdown in the prices from the other bidders. I don't know if that's now become a standard practice now, the councilors not exceed the other numbers, or just the awarded number.
I will ask Mr. Golovic to please please answer the question with regard to RFQ 20-10 found under item 4.3. Mr. DeLogan.
Mr. Chair, we normally provide that. I don't know why that information wasn't provided, but they was a little bit for this unit. Thank you.
Are there any other questions at this time with regards to item 4.3? It has been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Yeah, please.
Aye.
Opposed, if any? And that is carried. Thank you. Item 4.4 is the resolution for Municipal Hazardous Special Waste Service Agreement Amendment, COU 20-027. Staff recommendation that the Corporation of the City of Stratford enter into an extended agreement with Stewardship Ontario to receive the collection of used pressurized containers, and that the Mayor and City Clerk or their respective delegates be authorized to sign the amending agreement. A mover or a seconder, please?
I'll move that.
Councillor Burback will move and Councillor Ingram will second. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor? Any opposed? That motion carries. Thank you. Item 4.5 is the Resolution 2020 Tax Rate Bylaw and the staff recommendation that the report of the Director of Corporate Services dated March 17, 2020 regarding the 2020 tax rate bylaw be received, and that the necessary bylaw to set tax ratios, tax rates, and tax reductions for prescribed property subclasses for the City of Stratford be placed on the April 1st, 2020 Special Council agenda for consideration. Councillor Clifford will move and Councillor Gaffney second. Discussion. Yes, Councillor Seven.
I was close to the budget for various people, so I just wanted to, I'll be opposing the tax rate.
Thank you, Councillor Seven.
I'm not getting any mics.
All those in favor? Thank you. Opposed?
Opposed?
Thank you. Noted that one is opposed, and that motion carries. Thank you. From the addenda, under item 3.2, which was the Committee of the Whole report from Monday, March 30th, the recommendation came forward as such, that the following be approved to provide for the immediate relief and flexibility of residents and businesses in the City of Stratford. Waive penalty and interest related to the April 9th property tax installment due date and stop all progressive collection activities. And the date to that is the 30th of August. Waive penalties, interest, late payment charges, and other fees related to water and sewer billing and suspend all progressive collections activity to August 30th. To suspend any water meter disconnections until August 30th. Suspend the transfer of overdue water accounts to the property tax account to assist landlords. To provide free parking until May 31st, 2020. Waive interest on any general invoices from the city until May 31st, 2020. Suspend the non-sufficient fund administration fee for return payments until May 31st, 2020. Provide credits or refunds for canceled city-run community programs and services. And the last recommendation is continue with the requirement for paid bag tags for curbside collection. Councillor Henderson. Sorry, Councillor Henderson?
I forgot to mention this the other day, but I was wondering, should we have been included in here that the transit is free for now?
We can list that as well, as that the transit in the City of Stratford is free to riders until August 30th, 2020. 31st, August 30th, 2020. And that would be added to the motion as well. Councillor Seven, I see your hand next, and then Councillor Ritzman.
Could we take the note about the garbage tags separately? I just want to have a separate discussion around that if we could.
Yes, we can.
Thank you.
So I'll separate that from the original motion. Anyone else at this time? Councillor Ritzman, I believe I saw your hand as well.
Yes, I was going to move the amended motion.
Thank you. And the seconder for that is Councillor Beattie. Discussion on the motion including everything except the paid bag tag for curbside collection. Councillor Clifford?
Yeah, I was just going to ask on the parking, is it the end of August? Like, do we have to go that long if the festival opens up before that?
It was May 31st in the motion.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought it was August 31st. I apologize.
There's no other hands. I will say that for people watching this, a lot of this was taken into consideration by council in advice from our staff with regards to cash flow. Not knowing exactly how many people will pay their April 9th tax bill on time, or how many will phase it out over the 4-month period, and looking at the city's cash flow during that period. That is what we are trying to balance off with those considerations, and we're hoping that residents that do need to take time to pay their bills will be able to do that over that 4-month period. And for those that have the ability to pay sooner rather than later, it does help the city's borrowing costs and keeps us from using our line of credit to continue operations. All right, seeing no other discussion on those items, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
That is opposed, if any, and that is carried. We'll now go to the continuation with regards to paid bag tags for curbside collection. Councillor Seven, would you like to speak to that?
Sure, thank you. I just have concerns about our expectation to have residents going out into stores when we've closed our facilities. And I guess I would like to see sort of, and especially for people who are taking extra efforts and going to great lengths to isolate and not going into stores otherwise. And I'm concerned that if the only reason they're going out to the public is to get garbage tags. So I'm hoping staff could look into an option for possibly city administration to look at a way to deliver tags to people upon request and payment, or alternatives that might be possible in that way.
I do know Councillor Ritzman wants to speak to this, and I can add clarification if need be. Councillor Ritzman.
Certainly, and thank you for your concern, Councillor Seven. I know moving forward, and this will become more open to the public as we go along the next day or so. But certainly, as part of our work with United Way, individuals that are seeking bag tags to be delivered to their home, they will be delivered either as part of their grocery delivery and/or as a separate item. And more information will come forward on that over the next day or so.
And that is through the Help Do Local Good program, correct, Councillor Ritzman?
That's absolutely true. And now with, as all the council received the information yesterday from One Care on their partnership with Foodland, that's all coming together as one complete package under helping close the home, here on for COVID-19 resource group.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you. And the landfill will are working to be opened back up to the public within the next duration of time, and the city will make a further announcement of that. Is there any other discussion? Councillor Henderson?
I just missed the last part of what you said, the landfill is looking at opening up when?
Will be announced by the city in the coming days. They're working with regard to opening it up and how to staff it, and to keep social distancing and separation of people using the landfill and dropping material off, and also having city staff there. So there's a little bit of logistics around it as it relates to no more than 5 people being able to assemble in an area and interaction with staff. All right, any other discussion? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries unanimously. We are now on to the bylaws and the reading of the bylaws, and they are items, or bylaws 5.1 to 5.6, and they are as follows. The tax rates and ratios for 2020, bylaw 5.1. Bylaw 5.2 is letter of agreement for the 2019-2020 tax funding. 5.3 is an agreement with Stewardship Ontario. 5.4 is the acceptance of a quote for normal school HVAC unit. Item 5.5 is the acceptance of proposal for processing of sourced organic materials. And item 5.6 is the confirmatory bylaw. They can be taken collectively upon unanimous approval. Is someone wishing to move that? Councillor Seven and Councillor Burbank.
Sorry, can we take 5.1 separately, and I'll move the rest?
Okay, thank you. Item 5.2 through 5.6 moved collectively. A seconder for that? Councillor Vasilakos. So it's been moved by Councillor Seven and seconded by Councillor Vasilakos that items 5.2, 5.3, 5.4, 5.5, and 5.6 be taken collectively. All those in favor? Opposed, if any?
Or,
That passes unanimously, so we'll go to first and second reading of bylaws 5.2, 5.3, 5.4, 5.5, and 5.6. Moved by Councillor Henderson and seconded by Councillor Bunting. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, if any? And that's carried. Third and final reading of bylaws 5.2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is Councillor Beattie and Councillor Burback. Discussion. Not all those in favor? Opposed, if any? And that's carried. Item 5.1 is the tax rates and ratios for 2020, and it needs to be moved to first and second time. Councillor Clifford moving, Councillor Ingram seconding. Discussion. If not, all in favor? Opposed, if any? One opposed, and that carries. Third and final reading, Councillor Gaffney and Councillor Beattie. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed, if any?
Opposed.
Thank you, Councillor Seven. Noted. That motion carries. At this time, I have no other items for consideration. Is there any new business to which members of council have at this time? Councillor Henderson.
I was just wondering, they were saying, I was wondering how transit working out, are people keeping a distance, and how are we handling the 5? Or is that okay because the bus is big enough as long as they're every second seat or whatever?
yes, I'm here. Transit ridership is extremely low, and we've blocked a few seats behind the driver to keep social distancing along with rear entry. As long as numbers go, I think there's a couple of routes that are a little bit busier than others, but generally social distancing is fine.
And it is exempt under the provincial directive because it's an essential service and it's public transit. Social distancing applies, but not the cap on number of people. Anything further? If not, I would take a motion to adjourn this afternoon's meeting. Councillor Ingram and Councillor Ritzma. All those in favor? Opposed, if any? And that motion's carried. Thank you.